make your SP text you and confess their love, instantly imagine looking down at your phone and seeing the one message you've been hoping for, not because you begged, chased, or tried to convince someone to love you, but because everything within you changed first. What if the love you desire isn't as far away as it seems? What if the connection you're longing for begins the moment you stop doubting your worth and start believing that you are already deeply loved? Today's message is about transforming your inner world so that your thoughts, emotions, and expectations align with the healthy, loving relationship you truly want. It's about releasing fear, letting go of the old story, and embracing a new mindset rooted in confidence, self-respect, and genuine love. When your inner dialogue changes from "will they ever text me" to "I am worthy of honest, loving communication," you begin to experience life differently. Your energy shifts from uncertainty to peace, from longing to quiet confidence. This isn't about controlling another person's choices or forcing someone to act against their will. Instead, it's about becoming the version of yourself who naturally expects love, respect, and open communication. As you cultivate that mindset, you may notice new opportunities, healthier interactions, and unexpected moments of reconnection. Throughout this speech, you'll discover how changing your assumptions, strengthening your self-concept, releasing limiting beliefs, and maintaining unwavering emotional certainty can help you approach love from a place of confidence rather than fear. So take a deep breath, set aside every past disappointment, and open your heart to a new possibility. Let this be the moment you stop waiting for love to prove your value and start recognizing that your value has always existed. From that place of inner certainty, you become ready to welcome authentic connection, heartfelt conversations, and the kind of relationship built on mutual care, honesty, and respect. If you're ready to begin that transformation, stay with me until the very end, because what you choose to believe about yourself today can shape the way you experience love tomorrow. Your inner story creates the relationship you experience. Everything begins with the story you repeatedly tell yourself about love, your worth, and your specific person. Long before a text message appears on your phone or a heartfelt confession is spoken, there is an inner conversation happening within you every single day. If that conversation is filled with doubt, fear, rejection, or constant questions like, "Why aren't they texting me?" or "What if they've forgotten about me?" those thoughts can shape your emotions and influence the way you show up in the relationship. Instead, choose a new inner narrative that is grounded in confidence, peace, and self-respect. Begin telling yourself, "I am worthy of genuine love. I deserve honest communication. I attract relationships built on mutual care and respect." When you consistently reinforce these beliefs, you naturally become calmer, more confident, and emotionally secure. Rather than focusing on what is missing, you begin appreciating the love, joy, and abundance already present in your life. This shift doesn't guarantee another person's actions, because everyone has their own choices and free will, but it does transform your own mindset, making you more open to healthy connection and positive opportunities. The way you think influences your body language, your conversations, your emotional reactions, and the energy you bring into every interaction. Instead of waiting anxiously for your phone to light up, you begin living with quiet confidence, trusting that the right conversations will unfold at the right time. Every day becomes an opportunity to strengthen your belief in your own value instead of measuring it by someone else's response. Imagine waking up each morning already feeling complete, already believing that you are lovable, appreciated, and enough exactly as you are. That inner certainty changes everything because it removes desperation and replaces it with emotional stability. People are naturally drawn to those who carry themselves with confidence, authenticity, and kindness. When you stop replaying painful memories and stop identifying with old disappointments, you create space for new experiences to enter your life. Let go of labels like ignored, rejected, or not chosen, and replace them with thoughts that support your emotional well-being. Tell yourself that you are someone who deserves mutual effort, clear communication, and lasting affection. Every positive thought becomes another brick in the foundation of your confidence. Every encouraging belief strengthens your resilience. As you continue nurturing this healthier inner story, you become less attached to fear and more connected to hope. Whether your specific person reaches out or whether life leads you toward an even healthier relationship, your greatest transformation has already taken place within you. You are no longer waiting for someone else to decide your worth because you have already recognized it for yourself. From that place of self-confidence, love is no longer something you chase. It becomes something you are prepared to receive with gratitude, wisdom, and an open heart. Real transformation always begins inside, and when your inner story is filled with confidence, compassion, and genuine self-love, you become better equipped to build the kind of relationship that is healthy, respectful, and deeply fulfilling. Stop chasing. Become the one they naturally want to reach out. To one of the biggest turning points in any love journey happens the moment you stop chasing validation and start recognizing your own value. When your happiness depends entirely on whether your specific person texts you, calls you, or confesses their feelings, you unknowingly give away your emotional power. Every notification becomes a test of your worth, every silence feels personal, and every passing hour can create more anxiety than peace. But genuine confidence is built differently. It begins when you decide that your value is constant, regardless of another person's immediate response. Instead of constantly checking your phone or wondering what they are thinking, choose to direct your attention back to your own life, your own growth, and your own peace of mind. This isn't about pretending you don't care or suppressing your feelings. It's about caring for yourself just as deeply as you hope someone else will care for you. When you develop that inner stability, you naturally communicate with more confidence, patience, and authenticity. You stop reacting from fear and begin responding from self-respect. That emotional shift often creates healthier dynamics because conversations are no longer driven by desperation or pressure. Instead, they are guided by openness, kindness, and mutual respect. Think about the version of yourself who already feels secure in love. That person doesn't spend every moment wondering if they are enough because they already believe they are. They don't replay old conversations looking for hidden meanings or assume silence always means rejection. They understand that people have busy lives, personal challenges, and their own emotions to navigate. This perspective creates room for patience instead of panic. As you strengthen this mindset, begin replacing thoughts of lack with thoughts of abundance. Tell yourself that meaningful communication flows naturally, that healthy relationships involve mutual effort, and that you deserve someone who communicates with honesty and consistency. These beliefs encourage you to act from confidence rather than fear. You begin smiling more, sleeping better, focusing on your goals, and enjoying your life instead of putting everything on hold while waiting for one message. Ironically, when your emotional well-being no longer depends on a specific outcome, you become more relaxed, approachable, and emotionally attractive. Whether it's your specific person reconnecting or someone new entering your life, you are in a much stronger position to build a relationship based on trust instead of insecurity. Remember that love grows best in an atmosphere of freedom, not pressure. Healthy communication is inspired by genuine interest, respect, and emotional safety, not by constant pursuit or fear of loss. Every day you choose confidence over anxiety, you strengthen your ability to create meaningful relationships. Every moment you invest in your own happiness reminds you that you are already whole. From this place of inner peace, you no longer seek love to complete you. You welcome love as a beautiful addition to a life that is already filled with purpose, self-worth, and hope. When you stop chasing and start standing firmly in your own confidence, you create the conditions for healthier, more authentic connections to grow naturally, allowing love to develop with honesty, mutual appreciation, and lasting emotional strength. Live from the feeling of love instead of waiting for proof. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop waiting for external proof before allowing yourself to feel loved, secure, and confident. Many people believe they can only relax after receiving the text, hearing the confession, or seeing a clear sign that the relationship is moving forward. But living this way places your emotional well-being in someone else's hands. Instead, begin cultivating the feelings you hope to experience within a healthy relationship right now. Ask yourself, how would I think, speak, and carry myself if I already felt deeply loved and emotionally secure? The answer to that question can become your daily guide. A person who feels genuinely loved does not spend every hour worrying about worst-case scenarios. They are not constantly checking for reassurance or assuming silence means rejection. They move through life with quiet confidence because they believe they are worthy of affection, respect, and honest communication. You can begin practicing that mindset today. Picture yourself smiling as you go about your day, feeling grateful for the love that exists in your life, from family, friends, your passions, and your own growing self-respect. When you intentionally focus on feelings of appreciation, peace, and confidence, you train your mind to spend less time dwelling on fear and uncertainty. This emotional shift is not about pretending challenges do not exist or convincing yourself that another person will definitely act in a certain way. Rather, it is about choosing not to let fear dictate your thoughts and behaviors. Living from the feeling of love means treating yourself with kindness, speaking to yourself with compassion, and believing that you deserve healthy, mutual relationships. It means releasing the habit of imagining rejection and replacing it with a healthier expectation that good things are possible when you interact with your specific person or anyone else. You do so from a place of authenticity rather than anxiety. Your conversations become more genuine because they are no longer driven by desperation for validation. Instead of trying to force an outcome, you allow space for trust, patience, and natural connection. This mindset also encourages personal growth because your happiness is no longer postponed until someone else changes. You continue pursuing your dreams, enjoying your hobbies, strengthening your friendships, and creating a meaningful life that reflects your values. Ironically, when you stop making your joy dependent on one specific event, you often become more emotionally resilient and attractive to others because confidence and inner peace naturally shine through. Whether your specific person reaches out tomorrow or sometime later, you are no longer trapped in a cycle of waiting. You are already living a full and purposeful life. Every day becomes an opportunity to reinforce the belief that you are worthy of love exactly as you are. As you continue choosing thoughts that support your confidence instead of your fears, you create an inner environment where hope replaces doubt and peace replaces worry. The greatest transformation begins the moment you decide that love is not something you must chase or earn. It is something you are prepared to receive while honoring yourself every step of the way. From that place of emotional security, every relationship you build has the opportunity to grow on a stronger foundation of mutual respect, open communication, and genuine care. Release limiting beliefs and make room for a healthy love story. Every relationship is influenced not only by conversations and experiences, but also by the beliefs we carry about ourselves, love, and other people. Many of these beliefs are formed through past disappointments, misunderstandings, or emotional wounds, and without realizing it, they can shape how we interpret every interaction. If you constantly tell yourself, they never think about me, I'm always the one who gets left behind, or love never works out for me, those thoughts can keep you trapped in cycles of fear, overthinking, and self-doubt. The first step toward creating a healthier love story is recognizing that these beliefs are not permanent truths. They are simply thoughts that can be questioned and replaced. Begin paying attention to your inner dialogue throughout the day. Whenever you notice yourself expecting rejection, pause and gently replace that expectation with a more balanced and empowering belief. Remind yourself, I deserve honest communication. I am worthy of mutual love and respect. Healthy relationships are possible for me. These statements are not about ignoring reality or pretending every situation will unfold exactly as you wish. They are about choosing thoughts that strengthen your confidence rather than weaken it. As your inner conversation becomes more supportive, your emotional responses also begin to change. You become less reactive, less anxious, and more capable of approaching relationships with patience and clarity. Instead of assuming silence means rejection, you learn to allow space for different possibilities. Instead of fearing every delay, you remain grounded in your own worth. This emotional maturity helps you communicate more effectively because your words are no longer driven by panic or insecurity. Another important part of releasing limiting beliefs is letting go of the idea that your happiness depends on one person's actions. While it is natural to desire love and connection, true emotional strength comes from recognizing that your value has never been determined by someone else's choices. When you build your confidence from within, you become free to enjoy relationships without constantly seeking proof that you are enough. You begin setting healthier boundaries, expressing your needs with honesty, and expecting the same level of respect that you offer others. This creates a stronger foundation for meaningful connection because healthy love grows through mutual care, trust, and understanding, not through fear or emotional pressure. Every day presents a new opportunity to strengthen this mindset. Fill your mind with thoughts that encourage hope, resilience, and self-respect. Celebrate your personal growth, appreciate the qualities that make you unique, and remember that every positive change begins inside you. Even if challenges arise, refuse to let old beliefs define your future. Replace discouragement with determination, fear with faith in yourself, and self-criticism with compassion. As you continue choosing empowering beliefs, you naturally become more emotionally available for the kind of relationship you truly deserve. Whether your specific person reaches out with greater openness or life introduces someone who aligns even more closely with your values, you will be ready to receive love from a place of confidence instead of insecurity. By releasing limiting beliefs and embracing healthier expectations, you create space for authentic communication, lasting trust, and a relationship built on mutual respect, emotional honesty, and genuine affection. Your greatest breakthrough begins the moment you believe that a better love story is not only possible, it is something you are fully worthy of experiencing. Expect loving communication with confidence, patience, and self-worth. The final and perhaps most transformative step is to develop an expectation of love that is rooted in confidence rather than anxiety. There is a profound difference between waiting nervously for someone to text and calmly believing that you deserve healthy, loving communication whenever it naturally unfolds. When your expectation comes from fear, every moment of silence feels like rejection, and every delay becomes a reason to question your worth. But when your expectation is built on self-respect and emotional security, you no longer allow circumstances to define how you feel about yourself. You begin each day believing that you are worthy of kindness, honesty, and genuine affection, regardless of what happens in the next hour or the next day. This mindset allows you to move through life with peace instead of pressure. Rather than constantly refreshing your messages or replaying old conversations in your mind, you choose to trust that meaningful relationships develop through mutual interest, respect, and authentic communication. You focus on becoming the best version of yourself, someone who is emotionally balanced, confident, compassionate, and open-hearted. As you strengthen your self-worth, you naturally communicate differently. You stop seeking reassurance at every moment because you already know your value. You become more patient, more understanding, and more capable of allowing relationships to grow without forcing them. Healthy love is never sustained by fear or desperation. It flourishes in an environment where both people feel respected, appreciated, and free to express themselves honestly. Continue filling your thoughts with beliefs that support the relationship you hope to experience. Tell yourself that you deserve conversations filled with warmth, respect, and sincerity. Believe that you are worthy of someone who reaches out because they genuinely enjoy connecting with you, not because they feel pressured or obligated. This shift in thinking strengthens your emotional resilience because your happiness is no longer dependent on immediate results. Instead, you find joy in your own growth, your daily accomplishments, your relationships with family and friends, and the peace that comes from knowing you are enough exactly as you are. Every positive thought you nurture becomes a reminder that your life is valuable with or without a particular outcome. Every act of self-care reinforces the belief that you deserve to be treated with love and dignity. If your specific person reaches out, welcome the opportunity with openness, honesty, and emotional maturity. If the timing is different from what you expected, continue trusting that your worth remains unchanged. Sometimes life unfolds in ways we cannot predict, and the healthiest relationships are built through mutual choice, clear communication, and shared respect. Keep your heart open without losing yourself. Continue believing in the possibility of love while also honoring your own needs and boundaries. As you consistently choose confidence over fear, gratitude over frustration, and hope over doubt, you become someone who attracts healthier, more meaningful connections. Your greatest victory is not simply receiving a message or hearing loving words. It is becoming a person who knows their own value beyond any single relationship. From that place of confidence, every conversation becomes more genuine. Every connection becomes more authentic, and every step you take leads you closer to the loving, respectful, and fulfilling relationship you truly deserve. Let your expectation be guided by faith in your own worth, and allow that inner confidence to shape the beautiful future you are ready to embrace.